What up, everybody? As most of you guys already know, they wanted to bring the Toro show onto the scrap to talk about episode 1. As most of you guys already know, I was on the season, which was pretty cool. But yeah, going right into it. Episode 1. First things first. Before we even get into that stuff, we were in the hotel for 10 days, stranded, straight up stranded. We didn't have any permission to leave the hotel at all. We pretty much had to stay there. We didn't even have our own hotel key, so we needed permission just to leave the room, nonetheless leave the building. So all we had was a little regular rinky-dink hotel practice, not even a practice room, or a hotel gym, which we made the most out of. We had 3 guys in there at a time. We had to schedule times, and we were in there lifting, getting a little bit of a sweat in, whatever we could do, just to keep our weight down, because that's all we had. Thank God, after a few days we got a bag, and then we were able to hit little 30-minute sessions on the bag or whatever, which was pretty cool. That kind of helped us stay in shape a little bit better. But yeah, so 10 days of that alone was, we felt like we had already been in the trenches before we even got to the house. So when we got to the house when we got to the Apex to meet the coaches for the first time, it was a breath of fresh air. It's when the ball finally starts getting rolling. We finally feel like we're getting somewhere. We get there, they line us up, and we meet the coaches, and then they have to pick between, obviously, prospects and vets and all that good stuff. So fast forward a little bit, Conor, of course, is going to pick the 155 prospects. Lee Hammond is on his team back home, so of course he's going to pick that team. He wants to be with his boy that he handpicked and brought himself. I know there was a lot of heat online about him pulling up with his own guy, this and that, but to be honest, Lee Hammond is an absolute animal, and he definitely belongs. So I won't tell you guys the result of his fight. All I'm saying is tune in. Dude's a beast, straight up. So yeah, they pick the 155 prospects, and 55 vets go to the other team. And then Chandler, being the gamesman that he is, goes ahead and picks the 135 vets as well, which means prospects go to Conor. So it lived up to the name. It truly was prospects versus vets. And I thought that was dope, Who wouldn't want to be coached by Conor? I think he's the shit. So fast forward again, we get to the house. Seeing the house for the first time, it's badass. Everything is super dope. It was just a good time, man. Just good vibes, good everything. They had the best of everything there. Food, decked out. But it was every man for himself when it came to that fridge. We only had 2 fridges, everything jam-packed. It made absolutely no sense. So yeah, there's that. I made sure I got the dope room. I ended up being really lucky and ended up with 2 really clean roommates, and we definitely had the best room in the house. Shout out to Trevor and Timmer. And yeah, going into the deliberations and the rankings. When we had our practice session with Conor, he gets us right to sparring, as you can see in the videos, and I couldn't have asked for a better day. I think that was the best way to get that nervous energy out for everybody, get that lactic acid out, and just get everybody firing on all cylinders right away. So I think all of our guys were really locked and loaded, ready to go, because we got it all out of our system day one. And it literally felt like a fight, because it's dudes I've never trained with, never moved with. Some of them I didn't even know. So it was pretty cool, and it was definitely the way to get started. And then, yeah, obviously, they ranked us the way they ranked us, and it was a nice feather in my cap to get picked first by Conor. That was super dope. Who wouldn't want to be recognized as their number 1 pick? But I also didn't put too much mind to it, because he literally said that it didn't really matter, so it didn't matter, And then from that point forwards, everybody got to see their matchups, and the energy never really changed in the house. I don't recall anything changing. I thought it was really dope. Maybe a little bit of animosity between guys that weren't even fighting, actually, but that's about it. Other than that, it was smooth sailing, man. Everybody was locked in about their business and ready to handle some shit, so it was cool.